Hey there. Sorry, I'm running a few minutes late, having a little bit of trouble getting my stuff connected up. How are you doing? Let me know if you're here. And if you can hear me, I would love to get a thumbs up that you can hear me. Okay, I see it. All right, let me get this shared into our Creative Little Christmas group, and then I'll be ready to start rocking and rolling. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. All right. If you're joining me, let me know you're here. And I know it's lunchtime for so many. Let me know if you've already had lunch. If you've had lunch, what did you have? Um, okay, I see it. Okay, good deal. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Jan. I am Pam Coxwell with Pam Coxwell Designs. And if you are new to me, I want to tell you a little bit about a project that I'm about to teach. Hey, Julie, it's good to see you here from South Carolina. Awesome. So this is going to be a repeat for some of you, but I want you to know just in case. The reason I keep fumbling with this is I've got stuff all over my table. Okay. Hey, Deborah. So I'm an artist. I am a licensed artist. That means that I have some of my artwork in stores like Hobby Lobby and Kirkland's. I also create products with my artwork. And the newest gig that I've been having a ball with is teaching other women how to use their creativity as a tool to help them reduce stress, because using your creativity can be very stress relieving. I love to teach them how they can use their artwork to tell a story, to process their own story, to share their faith, to express their faith, to work through things. There's so many wonderful benefits to using our creativity as a tool, in addition to not only for creating beautiful artwork, for gifts, and for home decor. So there's so many ways that we can use our creativity. Hey, Sherry, I'm glad you're here. So I'm taking part in Creative Little Christmas with 9 other creative business friends, and we're going to be bringing you a Christmas in July. Hey, Lisa, July 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And some of you might be watching from that Facebook group. So I wanted to stream to both places so that for those who have not joined the Creative Little Christmas Facebook group, I can encourage you to join. It's free, there's no charge, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I just know it's going to be a lot of fun. If you've watched me in Jingle Mingle, it's very similar to Jingle Mingle, but with this one, we'll stretch this out over 3 days. So I think you'll enjoy it, and you can watch the replays if you're not able to join live. So lots of options there. I have put the link to the to sign up. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe you can. I put it in the description for those who have not joined that Facebook group. I'm going to see if I can get it on here now in the comments, because it's free. It's no charge. It's really going to be a lot of great tutorials that I don't think you're going to want to miss. Okay, it just came up. So there's the link if you've not joined the group yet. So now let me tell you what I'm going to be doing. And once you get over to the Facebook group, or if you're already in there, you already know this, each person has their own guide, and some of us have kits. I have a kit and I'm going to tell you about it. But first, I want to tell you about my project. So, if you don't know me very well, I love old books. I always have loved old books, like since I was a little girl. And I love rescuing them and giving them new life. Lots of books are discarded and we can use them in our artwork. I also love mixed media. Mixed media, for those who don't know, it's when you use more than one medium. So Elena loves old books too. Yes. So if I was a watercolor, if I described myself as a watercolor artist, I would be saying to you that I create artwork and watercolor is my medium. Or if I'm just say I describe myself as I'm a portrait artist or an oil painter, I'm saying to you, I create art and oil paints are my medium. Mixed media means I like all of the stuff and I use it in all my artwork all the time. So it just gives you so much freedom and it's so much fun to explore the different types of mediums that we can use in our artwork. So there you have part of it. We've got mixed media, old books, art, and we can create something wonderful. So now the other part of the story, circling back around to the books, is I purchased this book at an estate sale. I loved the cover of it. I especially am drawn to book pages that have turned about that shade of yellow. I just love them. And so I picked it up and thought, okay, I'm going to buy this. And then I looked closer at it and it says at the bottom, a love story of Mary and Joseph. And sparklers and fireworks went off in my mind of all of the ideas of that theme. So, a love story of Mary and Joseph. And then I thought, well, really, Christmas is the ultimate love story, right? Because it was the greatest gift was given at Christmas because of the great love that God had for you and me. And so I just started seeing that I could create an ornament with Mary and the baby Jesus, showing her love for him. Hey, Tony, I'm glad to see you too. I could do an ornament with Joseph, showing him with the baby and expressing his love for the baby. And I didn't stop there. I thought about the shepherds and the sheep. They followed the star to get to the baby. So I wanted to illustrate them with the baby, showing their love for the baby. And then the wise men, they followed the star, and I wanted to illustrate their love for the baby. So, from all of those ideas that were going on in my head, I felt like the Lord was showing me to create this in a series so that it's not so overwhelming. And so that's what I've done. And I'm calling it the Nativity Love Story. And we're just going to portray each one of those characters or people. I was saying people, but I thought, but I'm doing the donkey and the sheep, so maybe it's characters. But anyway, you get what I mean. I wanted to illustrate them expressing their love for him and their gratitude to him. And that sounds like a tall order, but a lot of times it's in knowing the story behind a piece of art or whatever, it helps you become part of that story, and then you see things with that story. So that's the story behind this. Hey, Christine, I'm so glad you're here. South Africa, awesome, awesome. Lisa, I love animals. Yes, they're going to be in here. So last week, it's hard to believe that it was just last week. I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all, if I seem frazzled, it's because I am. I have packed July absolutely full to the rim. and it's overflowing. And I have so many projects going on all at the same time, but I'm having so much fun with it. Hey, Jessica, I'm glad to see you here. So last week was Jingle Mingle, and that was another collaboration with some more business friends, good friends of mine, and we've been doing it. Um, oh, Diane, I was praying for you this morning. Sorry, y'all. Diane is one of our Creative Hearts ladies. She had surgery this morning. My goodness, awesome. Thank you for letting us know that you're doing okay. So last week with my buddies, we did Jingle Mingle. And if you've never heard of Jingle Mingle, I need to grab that link and you need to go check it out. It's all on replay right now. The lives are over, but it's a free event also. And in that group, we had I can't remember now, y'all. I think it was 15 of us presenting back to back to back. So I'm telling you about it because that's where I taught the very first ornament in this series, in the love story, the nativity love story. That was the Mary ornament. Where is Mary? Here she is. Okay, so I have several versions because all right, so each collection, they're little collections. Each little set has two ornaments. So it was Mary and the star. So here's the star. And for some reason, I'm missing the back to it. I don't know where the back is. But the backs of here's the other one. Here it is. Here's the back. So we've taken scrapbook paper, we've taken old hymnal pages, we've used book pages from the book, and then I provided traceables. I call it design traceables, like as in I drew out the design for you and you can trace that design out, or you can just paint right on top of the printables that I'm giving you, the traceables. So this is the star, and that was part of Mary's set. Okay, so this is the one that I painted live last week. So there's Mary. She doesn't even have her bow on there yet. This is the original one that I did. So it's got a kind of a khaki color. I wanted her to look really soft and feminine. So it's a little bit of red, but there's a lot of pink in there. So I like red and pink together if it's the right shade of pink. So that's Mary. And then this is the back of Mary. Okay, so that was last week. And I said originally that I was going to release a new set every month. And I had it figured out that if I did that, then by November, we would have each one completed in time for you to create a nativity Christmas tree or however you wanted to use it. But because I was doing the Creative Little Christmas this next week, I decided to go ahead and release Joseph. So for Creative Little Christmas, I'm going to be teaching you to paint and create Joseph and the donkey. I don't know if you've ever met a donkey before, but they are precious. I met a donkey at a sheep farm, and they are amazing creatures. I learned a lot from the what do you call them? Shepherds. I learned a lot from them of how the donkey, I mean, he has his own story, so he had to have his own ornament. The donkey is like a guard dog. He guards the sheep. And when there's danger, he has a certain sound that he makes. But this is what I did not know. He also guards the sheep that are in labor, the ewes, that are pregnant, the ewes. And he knows when it's time for her to give birth. And he herds her back to the barn and stays with her while she's giving birth. When they explained that to me in their barn, this was like 5 years ago, 5 years or so, it just grabbed my heart and it changed me to think about it, because I was thinking, if Mary was on a donkey and that's what she traveled on, he instinctively also knew, I'm sure, that it was time for her to give birth. It's, I don't know, it just gives me chills to think about it, that he would have been there for the birth of her child. So he had to have his own ornament. So here's the donkey, and there he is with baby Jesus. And on the back of it, the verse that I put on the back is from Luke 2:7. She wrapped him in swaddling cloths and laid him in a manger because there was no place for him in the inn. So I wanted to turn it around so that the donkey is lovingly saying to the baby, there's a place for you here. So he shared the feeding trough with the baby. So you use your imagination, but that's the story that I had in mind when I created this design. And God, in his, I mean, he's just amazing in how there's so much that we don't know. There's so much, there's so little that we do know. But when I learned the story about the donkey, I just saw a nativity in a different way, and how God weaves things together in ways that we don't even understand. So this is the donkey ornament, and he is part of Joseph. So let me show you Joseph. Where did I put Joseph? So with Mary, I wanted her to be very soft and feminine because she was such a young woman. And I wanted Joseph to be more masculine and strong. And I don't know if y'all realize this, but color really tells a story. Color and pattern help you tell a story. So with him, I chose papers that reminded me of a men's shirt or a men's tie, or that was the direction I was going. So in scripture, it says that the angel spoke to Joseph and told him what to name the baby. And so it says, and he called his name Jesus. So this is the back, and so you can just see it's like a quilt. I'm doing it backwards. So this we'll make a quilt, a collage. That's what I'm trying to say, for the heart, and then on this side we'll do this part on one of the book pages. And I ended up using collage to do his sleeve. I painted it, but then thought I really want it to have a pattern. So that's what I ended up doing with that. And so there he is with the baby. So this is what I'm going to be teaching at the Create a Little Christmas. So if you're watching me from that Facebook group, if you have questions about it, just let me know. But I'll be teaching on the 24th at 4 p.m. So someone had asked me about it, if this was a beginner's project, and that was a great question to ask. I believe it is, because I'm trying to guide you, whether you are a beginner and you want to just, let me show you what it is. Let me show you. So this is one of the things we're going to put in the kit. This is printed out. We printed this out for you on vellum. This is in the kit. So if you don't want to try and trace this, then all you have to do is cut this vellum out. That's what I did with the donkey. He's dimensional. Can y'all see that? Like, this is the vellum, and I painted the base for the donkey, but then he looks dimensional. We also give you this, and if you get the kit, it's already printed out for you. We print it out for you, and you can trace it onto your wooden tag. We're gonna make a background for it with the book pages and scrapbook paper, and then we'll trace this onto it. Or if you're a beginner and you don't feel comfortable with that, all you have to do, I've got a workaround for that also. You can actually paint this. I discovered this last week with Jingle and Mingle. I used a mixed media pad, and I created some of the ornaments on here, cut them out, and applied them to the wood. So this is an example right there. I painted the traceable. I painted it, and then I applied it to this paper and put a finish over the top, and it worked. So I've got something for you. Whether you are a brand new beginner or you've already been painting, wherever you're at in your journey, I'm here to guide you. And I have so many of my Creative Heart members here also, and they're so helpful. Okay, let's see the questions, y'all. Hang on just a second. Diane said, are the traceables in the membership vault, or are they only available for purchase? Okay, Diane, that's a good question. They're free, and they're in that Jingle Mingle group right now. That's where they're at. If you want to send an email to Adrienne and ask her if she could send those to you, if I can't remember, did you get to do Jingle Mingle last week? We're going to be putting this series in our teaching hub, in the workshop hub. She just hasn't had a chance to do it yet, but we'll be doing. Okay, so yeah, definitely reach out to her. Let her know you just had surgery, and she'll give you all the links that you need. She'll help you with that. And then Sherry said that she's grateful for the traceables, makes my projects look so much better. Sherry is one that's new to painting, and she's doing a phenomenal job. She really is. I love the story. I do too, y'all. I do too. So if you get the kit, we've got all this printed out for you. If you don't get the kit, you can get access to these through download. And I don't know if I got that link. I don't think I have that link in the Creative Christmas yet. I need to write myself a note to do that, y'all, because I don't think I did that. Oh, she's already got them in the hub. All right, she's ahead of me. She is awesome. She is absolutely awesome. I need to ask her about the link for the free traceables. Let me ask her about that. Okay, wrote myself a note. Okay, so in the kit, you get the 2 dog-eared tags, and you get 3 book pages, a hymn page, a Sunday school lesson page from the 1960s, and then a hymnal page. Now, what I encourage you to do, these are the original pages, and they're old. You can make copies of these on a color copier and use that right there in your art. Okay, we're including the ribbon for you. It's everything that's in this kit is already color coordinated for you. So it's right here. And then there's a napkin, a piece of a napkin that's got some of those patterns. I see another question. Let me see here. Then we also put bling in here, beads. Everything's color coordinated. Thank you, Lisa. So if we buy the $35 kit, does the $60 kit have the donkey in it, or do I have to purchase both kits? Okay, that's a good question, Tracy. All right, so here's how we're doing that. Let me show you this before I forget. We've also got 2 water-soluble pencils. That's what we'll use to add depth and dimension. And we'll use this really soft pink on the donkey and the baby. So that's in here also. And then there's also paint dots. For those of you who've been getting a kit from me, look how we got our card fixed up. I like it so much better. So this is watercolor. Don't panic if you've not painted with watercolor before. This, someone had asked about this, and I saw somebody respond, one of the members respond. It's like coloring in a coloring book, because I've got the lines for you. It's already drawn out, and we use a really small brush, like even a water brush like this will work. A small round, they call them round brushes, will work, because this is such a tiny piece. You don't need anything very big. This is what happens when you add water to the dots. It activates the paint and it turns it into liquid watercolor. I love creating these because for people who struggle with coordinating their colors, I just coordinate them for you, and I do it in a way that I know that it's going to match everything that we put in that kit. And so whenever I'm doing the lesson, this is what I use. These are artist grade watercolor paints. If you look, it doesn't look like much, but there's enough on here. You'll be able to paint 1, 2, maybe even 3 ornaments with this. And the other benefit to it is you can test it and see if you like that color without having to purchase like a $13 tube of watercolor paint. You can test it. So, all right, so that, I think I've told you everything about this. Okay, so let me answer Tracy's question. So the Mary kit is $35, and we've already released the Joseph kit, and it's $35. The teaching for both of those is free. It's a free tutorial. Then I knew that I was also going to do the next collection the next set will be the shepherd and the sheep. That's 2 more. And then the next month I'll do the wise men and the camel. So that's 2 more. So what we decided to do is do a pre-order for those other 2 sets or those other 4 ornaments, and that will help me know how many supplies to order. It helped give me an idea. And so if you pre-order, that's helping me. So we're giving you a discount for ordering a pre-order. So you would get those 2 kits for $30. We had already released the Mary and the Joseph, so we're just keeping them as they are because we had already released those. If you are a Creative Hearts member, check your email because Adrienne sent you an email this morning with a discount for you to use on the Joseph kit. So check your email before you order the Joseph kit. She's got a discount for you. Let's see. Tiffany says, how do I get the download link? And how much is the kit? So the kit's $35. And there's a few additional items you would need. Like I did not include, you would need a pen. I didn't include that in the list, and some sort of adhesive. I used this glue is what I used to do a lot of my papers. I also used this gel gloss, but Mod Podge works also. I just don't like the way Mod Podge feels on my hands and already have all of this stuff. So that's what I use, but you'll need some sort of adhesive for your papers, for your collage papers. And then a pen helps you do some of the line work, just to add some detail and stuff. I think and maybe a little bit of white paint, but I think that's all you need other than what's in the kit. Pretty sure. I tried really hard to do it so that that $35 would get what you needed for the kit and maybe the other things you might already have. And you'll be able to do more than one of these with that kit. Okay, did I get everybody's question? The download. So that link for that download is in the Creative Little Christmas Facebook group, and I put the link to that in the comments. And I've got to ask Adrienne to give me that. I don't have it in there yet, but I think I'm guide. Y'all, I don't remember what guide I am. I think I'm number 7, but I'm not sure. There's only 9 of us, so it's not like you got to feed through a whole lot of them. But just look through the guides for my guide, and that's where we'll put that link. It just helps keep everything together during the event, and then once the event is over, then we put it in our workshop hub. Okay. Okay, Tracy, yeah. If you didn't get the code for that, let Adrienne know. Will we get a list of the items we need for next week's live session, unable to order the kit. Yes, I need to, let me think where I can put that. Let me do this, Christine. I'm going to put what else you need. Okay, you'll get it in, yes. Sorry, I'm talking in circles. So when she gets the link in there, that link will have the traceables, and it will also have this supply list of what you need. Yeah, so you'll get that. Yeah. So if you've not joined that Facebook group yet, I want to encourage you to go ahead and join. Remember, it's free, and that's where you'll get the updates about it. You'll also get updates through our email. So I want to encourage you to, get on the email list, and that's where you can stay updated as well. Okay. Awesome, Christine. Awesome. Okay, does anybody have any other questions about it? Oh, I almost forgot to tell you this. This is one other thing that I did, and I'm super excited about it because it was on my list to do this year. So, if you don't know, I created a spiritual armor design 20 something years ago. It was right before 9/11, so it was that long ago. And it's been the most popular design I've ever created. Like, people still order that design to this day. And I'll get requests from churches wanting to be able to use it for a retreat or a class or whatever. So we created a downloadable art for art that was downloadable for that design. And I wanted to add other artwork to make it available. So for Jingle and Mingle, we created, let me show you, my first set with the armor. It's one piece of art. This is a set of downloadable art. So for those who felt a little bit uncomfortable about painting or who wanted it, I mean, you could get it. I took book pages and I went ahead and painted it for you. And so that you could download it, print it out onto some really bright white paper, like number 32 weight. You want the brightest white. It's going to make the colors look the most vivid. And then I created that. So this is also available for purchase. And so this is the one for Mary. Where's Joseph? And I did a set for Joseph. So so that's available also, that you can order it and download it. There it is. There's the donkey. Sweet little face. So I want to encourage y'all, and I made some holly. I put the link in there to look. If you go to the website, look for the tab Creative Supplies. I think I put that in here. Let me do it one more time because I don't trust myself. That's going to show you all the options. So look at that to decide which one helps you the most. Okay, here we go. I just put it in there for you. Okay, great, Marla. You always ask good questions. So what if you can't watch live next week at 4 o'clock when I'm teaching this? The replays will be in that Facebook group. And if you purchase the kit, you'll also receive a link to be able to watch the replays in our workshop hub. That's just a convenience that we're offering. It's like a bundle almost, where you can go there to watch it and you don't have to watch it in the Facebook group. It's just another option. So, all right. Does anybody have any other questions? I'm excited about doing this with y'all. I want to show you something really quick on a different topic, and then I'll get off. So for some of y'all, you know that we have Christmas Craft Camp this week in Tennessee. And so Terry and I are leaving Wednesday morning. So I'm also working on my stuff, getting it together to leave Wednesday morning. So some of my friends had recommended the Sharpie creative markers. I don't know if y'all have tried them or not, but I finally was able to get a set and I love them. So you can use these to letter on wood, glass, I think. Let me grab it because I want y'all to see this. And it's a lot of colors. And I was kind of skeptical about them. My favorite marker for acrylic is the Posca pens, but sometimes on wood, it'll make those little splatters. But this was super smooth. This is what the package looks like. And I got these at Office Depot. So look at all of these colors. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I don't remember how much they cost, but I don't think she'll mind me showing you this. Let me show you something real quick. So I think a lot of y'all know Tracy Gibson. She's with Print Cut Craft. I'm part of their team, Tracy Gibson and Tracy Pounds for Christmas Craft Camp. So Tracy had cut these flags out of wood and she mailed them to me. So look how dark. Where's the red? The red is what I'm wanting to show you. See how dark that red is? I thought, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Look at this. That's with those markers. And I think they turned out great. And it was so easy to do this on wood. So for those of you who work with wood a good bit, I think you might want those markers. They worked really well. Sorry. So that's my little commercial for the Sharpie creative markers. I was just excited because I tried using the others on and it was splattering and thought, this is not going to work. This is not good. So I was tickled that the Sharpie markers worked great. Okay, y'all. I'll be here tomorrow for lettering. We have another verse for this week, and I'll do some lettering with y'all tomorrow. So I hope y'all can join me. I'll be live at noon tomorrow on Tuesday for lettering. Does it have to be super smooth? This is a little bit rough. I can't remember the name of the wood that she uses. I'll ask her that, Mary Beth. I don't know. I was really surprised because the other marker, the paint markers I used with this, it was splattering, and these didn't splatter, and it's a little bit rough. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. Well, and that Sherry, there's a lot of people that can't come in person. I wish you could so I could give you a big old neck hug, but y'all can be there for virtual, and I'm going to do my virtual lesson. I've got 2 lessons. I'll be teaching an acrylic project and a watercolor Christmas cards, and I'll do that through Zoom. So good, Tony. Well, happy birthday. Happy early birthday. I hope you have a very good birthday lunch. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here so I can get back onto my projects so that I'll be ready to go. All right. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it.